And then today's topic is called how to tell lies without sinning. I'm sure many people will be confused and they might feel tempted to attack this video. But hear me out. I think this is kind of fun, in fact. Yeah, I think, as a Christian, you're not supposed to lie at all. There is no excuse for lying. The moment you lie, you have sinned as a Christian. So you're not supposed to lie. So what can you do if you want to hide something from someone and you don't want to lie and you don't even want to tell them that you're hiding something from them and you don't want to tell them? So I think most Christians, they get to be put in a corner to the point where they end up lying. So there is a way to beat around this sinlessly. You want to know what it is? Stay tuned. Okay, yeah, normally the first example of how to tell a lie as a Christian without sinning is, let's just take for instance, someone asks you, maybe they want money from you and you don't want to borrow them money, or you don't want to give them that money. Maybe they ask you today, so how much money, and you're not sure if you have money at the moment, how much money do you have in your account currently? Yeah, I'm like, how much money do you have like now in your account? You can just simply answer, hey, today I haven't checked my balance. You see, that sounds easy or sounds simple. But in the mentality of someone, they will think that, oh, you don't know how much you have. But you're only saying you don't know, you haven't checked your balance today. And most people will just say, oh, okay. They will think that you don't know. And it's not like you said you don't know. You just said today you didn't check your balance. And you find that in reality, you're saying it because you know that indeed today you didn't check your account balance. So most likely when you put it like that, someone will just end up keeping quiet. Oh, okay. They think you don't have money, and then they leave you alone. You get away with it. Yes, unless if someone is to go deep and try to be more direct, then they can catch you. But in most cases, it ends there. A second example is you find that someone, maybe you don't want to say whether maybe you're not dating someone, and you don't want to tell them that you're not dating that person, and you also don't want to tell them that you are dating, and you don't want to tell them that you're not dating. You just want to leave them suspecting. But you find that the people already assume you are dating, and you want it to stay like that for them to have a mentality that you are in a relationship with this person. But you don't want to say it with your own mouth, so that in case they find out that you guys in reality are not dating, you can have a way out and say, I didn't say we are dating. You guys assumed. So people might assume, oh, you guys are dating, right? Are you guys dating? Someone will ask you directly like that. So the simple answer to say is, I've been single. I've been single for a very long time. I realize, he's a nice guy or she's a nice lady. So yeah, this girl, every time I spend time with her, you start beating around the bush like that. You end it there. You don't say yes or you don't say no. At the end, you know what they will do? They will think that you are in a relationship. And it stays there. And you don't want to tell them you're in a relationship. You don't want to tell them you're not in a relationship with that person. So when you put words like that, people just assume. They just assume at the end, oh, okay, you guys are in a relationship, and they leave it there. Then one day when they ask you, you'll be like, no, I didn't say you're in a relationship. I just told you that, no, that is a nice person. Yeah, we've been hanging around. And then that's when they come directly at you. That's when you can admit. But in most instances, it will end there. And people on their own will be like, oh, your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Oh, he's acting like my boyfriend. Like, why are you hiding this? I'm like, then you laugh, you leave it at that. Another final example you can use, maybe somebody wants to ask about the t-shirt that you bought, and maybe you don't want to tell them on how much you bought that t-shirt. So they ask you, how much was your t-shirt? And you'll be like, instead of just coming direct and say, yeah, it was maybe 200 rands or 300 rands, you'll be like, I realized that these kinds of t-shirts are even cheap, are cheap at this store. At this store, in maybe at this mall, you can find them in less prices. So I was surprised, So people will start focusing on, a person will start focusing on, really? Where? In this store? Like, you just direct them, yeah, when you go to this store now, these t-shirts are very cheap. I find that they are 70 rand at that store. You say, I find that they are I found that they are 70 rands. But you're not referring directly to this t-shirt. You are referring to those t-shirts you saw in another store. Especially if you saw. In fact, remember, you're not supposed to create anything that is a lie. If these t-shirts are in another store and they are cheap, you put what is there so that at the end of the day, you're not found to be lying. So even when they ask, which shop were you talking about? Since you said you didn't lie to me and say you bought it at that store, you'd be like, that is the store which is this side and that. Yeah, at this mall, blah 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 blah. So at the end, you get to answer them, and you didn't lie to them. You answered them the correct questions, just that they didn't come to you directly. If you can also look at the Bible, Jesus will also answer people some sort of indirectly. Some they will ask, are you the son of God? Like, are you, yeah, exactly, are you the son of God? He will just answer it in an indirect manner. So you say, I forgot on how he said it exactly in the scripture. I'll put it on the screen right now. You look at it. Yeah, but you answer like, yeah, so you say. For example, they said, this money, like, whom should we give this money to about the coin? You'd be like, that one of Caesar and that one of that one of Caesar and the one that belongs to God. And Jesus was like, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. Look at this. He didn't directly say give that money only to God because God. No. He just said it's like he gave them some sort of a homework. If something belongs to Caesar, let it be for Caesar. If something belongs to God, let it be for God. So, and those people were asking a direct question. Whom should we give it to? Jesus was supposed to just say, give it to Caesar or just give it to God. So he just hit some sort of around the bush a little bit. It's like you asking me like, okay, between maybe, what can I use? Maybe between Samsung and Huawei, which brand is the best when it comes to cell phones? I'll be like, between the two, the brand which has the most maybe phones which can with best qualities is the best brand. Yeah, a phone with the best best quality or best best quality is the best brand. And it might end there. It's not like I answered directly. Someone will have to choose, oh, I guess Samsung maybe has the best quality or maybe Huawei because those phones are. So it's almost like how Jesus answered. In fact, even in the Bible there are many examples. Just that I didn't jot them down, but just try to look at when Jesus will be answering questions. He would like sometimes come in directly. So yes, that's what I had for you today. This is how you answer questions. If you want to hide something, you don't want to tell something, and you don't want to lie. I hope you understood today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share with your loved ones, and remember to subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. And as for me, Ishmael, and your priest, I will see you next time.